So I'll have to look at the just calendar and just be like, okay, when's spring
Yeah.
training and how it's going to take us probably 6-7 weeks. God damn it! Oh my god!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Time of Possession, the podcast that is holding a funeral for the Los Angeles Chargers season. Um, and of course, we're just going to get right into it. There's no other, obviously Tyler's not here. Ryan Jones and Jared Hickman on the call tonight for Time of Possession. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow the podcast, all that fun stuff, whether you're watching on YouTube or Spotify or listening, whatever the case may be. Please, you know, follow, interact, all that fun stuff. We really appreciate it. Comment down below your predictions for the divisional round. But of course, my friend, we lead with the Chargers coming off yet another first round playoff exit in the year two of the Jim Harbaugh era, losing what was it 16-3 to the number 2 seed New England Patriots. How do you feel about the loss? You go ahead, and I'll give you my thoughts.
First off, we do this way too often. We started this podcast me losing in the first round. So of the 4 playoffs we've done, I wasn't in the one of those because we were 5-12.
The last Brendan Staley
Yeah,
here, yeah.
the Jaguars lost, the Texans lost, and now this. So I'm gonna describe this as my fandom this decade has been like a role-playing game where you choose your own like dialogue or choices.
Yeah,
But
choose your own adventure.
choose your own adventure, but you get the bad ending. So then you go back and do it over
Single
again,
time.
and you still get the bad ending. I I was in an emotional and mental breakdown. I didn't cry if that's what you're wondering. I have like 0 tears left to give for this team,
I
really.
I wasn't wondering that.
But I was sitting there last night. I didn't turn off the TV. I watched until the clock hit 0. But there's always been just one play in these 3 playoff games that just led to our downfall. One specific play. So the Jaguars game, I would say, when we were up 27-0 at the time, right before halftime, we called a jet sweep on like 3rd and short. We like Michael Bandy fumbled the handoff and it went backward and then became 4th down and we punted it away. Jaguars scored before the half. The rest is history. Texans game, we're dominating. It's like I think 6-3 or it's 6-0, but it's the second quarter. C.J. Stroud fumbles the snap, which he does a lot of, by the way, that I've seemed to notice.
Apparently, last night he did a lot of it too. Yeah.
Um, Bosa and Mack are chasing him towards the sideline, and he just heaves a ball, and then Nico Collins is just wide open, and then they go down and score, and then the rest is like that. That play right there pretty much ended it, and then this game, I would say it was the whole go-to-go sequence in the first quarter when we intercepted the ball at the 10-yard line. Followed by
I completely agree with you. Yeah.
I get what you said in text. You got to go for points there. I agree. I would have done it, but hearing everyone else talk, that's very uncharacteristic of Jim Harbaugh. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
But it's just then I went into Chargers to see how we're all reacting, and of course, what did I see? Under Greg Roman, we are one of the worst red zone offenses while having probably the best red zone defense. And the Patriots red zone
What
defense
makes
wasn't
that
that
even
great.
worse?
What's that?
I mean, obviously, look, he was fired today. We know that. Kind of bury the lead there, but what makes that even worse is the fact that the Patriots all season have been one of the worst red zone
Oh yeah,
defenses.
I remember. I saw that too, and I went, "You've got to be
Yeah.
kidding me! You cannot
Yep.
be serious."
And they're like turning Justin Herbert into like a running back on the goal line. Like, what are you doing? By the way,
I don't know
like
either.
you're running the Lamar Jackson playbook. By the way, like it's just weird. Like, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, no, I was surprised not one pass play, but the fourth down play is what kind of frustrated me. Keenan Allen didn't even go up for the ball. I mean, he could have. He lands out of bounds. Oh well, you made an effort, but he didn't even extend. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Keenan had a bad game overall. Yeah, the dropped ball on that third down um,
Yeah.
was backbreaking as well.
So I'm just sitting here, and of course he's getting sacked over and over. And this is a team that doesn't really have a pass rush, but when your center's the worst center in the league, and everybody else is pretty much just a Costco worker. No shade on Costco. I love Costco, but like literally, like we're just picking up like guys
Yeah.
that work retail to play offensive
Mm-hmm.
line, and I'm just like, so I sit there asking myself, what did I do to experience these last 4 years? You know what? I'll say 5 because the Week 18 game against the Raiders way back when. Like these last 5 years have been hell. And
Yeah.
meanwhile, our haters, keep winning. So at some point, I'm like, when are we going to be on the right side of it? Because at this
Mm-hmm.
point, I'm struggling to find any optimism. Because this is what I get when I get optimistic. Because I said we might have a chance. It's literally 0, 16-3, and we weren't even getting beat by like deep passes. It was just dinking and dunking and Drake May running the ball, and I'm like, we are losing the same way we did in 2018 when we went there and lost 45-28. So I gotta ask myself, like, or just anybody, even if God's listening, but he doesn't. He's not a fan of me, obviously, because of the losing end I've been on with football, I guess. But I'm just like, what do we gotta do? Because I'm tired of the haters winning and everybody else laughing at us. Like, I didn't even talk any sort of shit at all going into this game, or pretty much all season. But I don't know. I have no words. Like I would say, oh, there's off like you're gonna have the most cap space and da da da. There's no guarantee they're gonna come here, because at this point I'm looking at it like we had so much cap space last year, but so many people chose New England and the Rams, specifically Devontae Adams. You know how upset I was about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like there's no guarantee they want to come here, because who knows? Like, I mean, depending on some caps of other teams, like wherever John Harbaugh lands, people might want to go there. People might want to go to the Giants,
Yeah.
whoever the coach is there. You know, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
and then the draft, unless it's the first 2 picks, better be interior offensive linemen. Like the first 2 picks need to be interior.
Yeah. I mean, I I agree somewhat, but I just think in the draft it's a little bit different. Like I think you have to kind of play the board as it falls. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to overdraft like a second or third round pick because it's just your biggest need. You know what I mean? You don't want to take a third round pick in the first round. But you're right. I have yet to dive into like college prospects all that much. I know that we're getting to that season with mock draft season. We always
Yeah.
do them on here on the channel. Um, so I don't know what players like will be around and available and at that time. So and we'll get to that. But like you're right. I mean, obviously we saw on full display what the biggest weakness of this Chargers team is, and it was the offensive line. And it started at the beginning of the season when Rashawn Slater got hurt, and then later in the year when Joe Alt got hurt. Um, there are stats flying around. Just the fact that no quarterback had ever won a playoff game that had been sacked as much as Justin Herbert had been sacked in this season. And that from the start, we should have probably been like, you know what? Good job on just making the playoffs because the offensive line is, I mean, straight up, it's like 30. It's 32 right now. Without your 2 tackles, it's 32 out of 32. And they obviously have to fix the interior. Like I'm very confident the 2 tackles will be back and be fine next season. They're going to be
I have
great,
no
right?
guarantee
But
with
you got to
that.
fix the interior. You got to fix the interior of the offensive line. Um, yeah. So
Because I'm telling you, not going to have much optimism. One, again, I told you free agency. I'm not confident people are going to want to come here just based on our playoff track record. And two, I know we have the cap space, but again, it's going to depend. Like I'm looking at Tyler Lindenbaum of Baltimore as our new center, hopefully. But if they do not want to move off of Bradley Bozeman, I don't know what else to say. He's the worst center in the league. They better do.
No, I think they will.
Because if you move off of Greg Roman, you should move off of this guy because he's fine as a stopgap 1 year. But dude, this is ridiculous. I'm seeing him getting thrown to the ground, and some of the guys I hope we re-sign. Odafe Owe, like he needs to stay because and I feel so bad for Khalil Mack because he took another year to stay here. And we didn't get him a playoff win. So at this point, he either retires or he might just go ring chasing, which I don't blame him. Because this team cannot get out of their own way when it comes to playoff games. And I'm frustrated because it's like, I asked for one playoff win at the beginning of the season. I said, I just want one. I didn't ask for Super Bowl. I said, one playoff win. They can't even give me that. Like, it's too much to ask for, apparently, of this team. And I just don't know why. I feel bad for Justin because I'm going to have to deal with another offseason of him getting dragged through the mud. And yes, he played terrible. I know the offensive line has something to do with that. But, like, the first half, like, he was holding on to that ball too long, dude. I was like, you got to either decide to run or do a dunk. Like, just dump it off like Drake May was doing. Because I was like, you can't be serious. You're holding it too long.
No, and film Twitter has, they have access to the all 22. And a lot of people I haven't seen the clip specifically, but a lot of people are saying there's just people that he missed on certain plays and certain throws he could have made. And, if you're a Charger fan, if I told you before the game, the Patriots are only going to score 16 points. They're going to have, what was the score at halftime? Like 6-3 or something like that, right?
6-3.
If they're only going to have 6 points at halftime, as a Charger fan, you probably would have been like, okay, we're winning this game if we're holding that high-powered offense to 16. But I think that there's enough blame to go around the blame pie, if you will, for the Chargers. I think Justin Herbert obviously deserves some. I think that the commentary about him being, not an elite quarterback, blah, 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 all that stupid stuff, I think that's dumb. I have eyeballs. I watched the game. Justin Herbert's a top 10 quarterback. He's an elite quarterback in this league. You can definitely win a Super Bowl with Justin Herbert as your guy. But he does deserve blame for that. And he has not played good in the postseason. That's not to say he won't.
The first half of the Jacksonville game was, so far his best.
And that's been it, yeah.
All the other 10 quarters have been god-awful.
Yeah, and look, again, yeah, that's fair. I do think that you're going to get a new play caller in there. Obviously, you want to throw as much money as you can at like a Mike McDaniel or
Brian Dable.
I don't even, off the top of my head, I can't even think of any other. Or Dable. Yeah, Dable's worked with them before, so that would be a match made in heaven, obviously. I was going to ask you about that, obviously. Who would you like? Do you think Dable's the best candidate because of the continuity, or would you rather go Mike McDaniel? It would be interesting to see what he would do with Mike McDaniel, considering the whole Tua Justin Herbert debate that was stupid, right? And proven now that Herbert's obviously the guy. He did all that with Tua. What could he do with the better of the two? It'd be interesting to see. Who do you want to be the next OC of the Chargers?
I'd be fine with either of those two. I think I feel like I'd lean more Dable just because of the work he's done with Josh Allen when he was in Buffalo.
Yeah, similar players, Josh and Herbert, at least archetype-wise, right? So it makes sense.
Speaking of Josh, I know we'll get to the Jags-Bills game in a little bit here. It just, the difference between the two is when things are bad, you just know Josh is somehow going to put on the cape no matter what, because he just does not have bad playoff games, usually. 80% of the time, he's going to give you a great playoff performance. The problem with my QB is that everything has to be perfect, and that's what's frustrating. And, it's frustrating we scored 3 points because when I looked back at the season against the Texans, who have like the top defense, we scored, I think, 16 against them. How'd you only score 3 against New England? Like, I have to genuinely ask, are the lights too bright? And, it
I
is.
just think it's yet to be seen. Oh, we've seen a lot of all-time great quarterbacks go through their lumps in the playoffs, and I think he's just in that group, and eventually he'll make a run. I just think he's too good of a player not to make a run, and Jim Harbaugh's too good of a coach. They're too good of a pairing to not eventually make a run. And you might not. I would be optimistic if I were you. In year 3, with San Francisco, he went 12-4. They didn't the year before this is the year they went to the Super Bowl, but in year 3 he went 12-4. He's gone 3-13. It took him all the way to year 8 to win the national championship at Michigan, but regardless, he flipped that program around. I just think that these things take time, and another one more offensive coordinator candidate I wanted to ask you about. What do you think about Cliff Kingsbury potentially? I think that's unlikely.
Yeah.
I really think Cliff is going to end up if he doesn't get a head coaching job, which he could. He might end up in Tampa Bay working with Baker again. But what would you think about kind of an air raid style of offense for Herbert?
Well, I mean, we had Eric Coryell back in the day, so I mean, it wouldn't be the first time we've ever seen it as Charger fans, but
Yeah.
I just think the pass catchers, like Ladd had a mediocre sophomore season, but I feel like that's
Yeah.
more Greg Roman's kind of scheme. Not, I mean, I know Ladd was great year 1, but that was because he was the only guy who could catch, and I don't know, unless
Yeah.
like I think Keenan's gone. I think he's gone for sure.
He probably retires. Yeah.
Yeah. So we will need another guy unless Trey Harris steps up into that number 2. Yeah, it's just, and I looked at the coaching matchup, Vrabel and Harbaugh, and that Vrabel was the guy we were gonna hire if Harbaugh didn't come back.
Hmm.
And when I was at my lowest that night, I asked, did we hire the wrong coach?
No,
Because
I don't think you can ask yourself that. I believe Jim Harbaugh is a better coach than Mike
because
Vrabel.
this was the problem, dude, is like we know, like it was specifically with the staff he brought. Obviously, Jesse Minter's the greatest, but I'll get to him in a second.
Yeah, he might be gone.
I'm gonna get to that in a second. When he brought on Greg Roman, I knew it was bad. Like it was not gonna be good, and I'm like, oh god. And last night had me missing Joe Lombardi. That's how bad it was. Because we
Oh
at
my
least could
goodness.
score off of turnovers. We at least could score.
Yeah.
But the problem was, it sucked that he was the scapegoat in that playoff choke. And it's like, like I feel like the coach
Yeah.
itself should have been in that loss. But anyway, yeah. Now Jesse Minter, it sucks because we now probably missed this window, and there's like 9 head coach openings now. I'm 100%
Yeah.
certain he's gone. If there was 3 or 4, I'd be like, he might be able to stay. No, there's like 9. That's like 30% of the league.
This is the most head coach openings we've had in quite a
Yeah.
minute. And yeah, I think that we'll talk about with Tomlin being gone. Jesse Minter feels like the Pittsburgh, like he feels like he could
I think
very
he's the
well be the
Ravens
next
coach.
guy in
I
line.
think he's the Ravens coach.
Potentially. I look at the archetype of what the Steelers have brought in before. It's always like a young defensive head coach, and that's Jesse Minter. He's only like 43 or something like that. I saw, so he fits that archetype. But yeah, and I mean, he's going to be a good head coach somewhere. Um, Obviously, if I were you, I would hope he would he just bombs the interviews, man, because he's a very good coach.
I hope
Um,
they pull what Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn did, and they just say, one more year, run it back one more time with this new
yeah,
OC. We're going to have, hopefully, the offense is healthy and better, and let's just see where it goes. If not, he deserves the head coaching job. He's probably the best defensive coordinator we've had in like ever. I mean, I don't know who the next one is. I'm seeing on Chargers Twitter. I think he's the DB's coach, but it's just like I don't think it's gonna carry the same like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
play style scheme. Like it's just like the defense is gonna regress slightly with him gone, and that's what's
Yeah,
gonna
and that
scare
but
me.
that usually happens year in and year out. If you have this elite defensive unit, it kind of regresses to the mean a little bit. Like they're not going to tank and be like one of the five worst defenses in the league. That's just not going
Oh,
to happen,
I don't
right?
think they'll be that,
Uh,
but like I
no,
think they're
no,
going from like I think they might go from top 5 to maybe just above like
top
the
10.
top 10. Yeah, maybe
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
because with
Um,
this division, it's like you need a defense like that. So, but I'm just like, it's frustrating because I'm just sitting here like, you know, once again, my team's out in the first round, but now I have to watch all my friends' teams once again vie for a Super Bowl, which has been a very accustomed thing that has just been a part of my football experience lately. So it's been a very jealous watch, I should say. It's Bills Broncos. I have a Bills buddy, and then I have you in the game Saturday. Of course, I have we have Tyler's team. Um, they play Sunday, and well, the Eagles are out, so Seabass and I are on the couch. But then Mark, Niner fan, is playing Saturday, so it's like it's
yeah.
annoying. Obviously, we're not gonna get into like you said mock draft whatnot, and
No, I don't think we're not there yet.
yeah, like give us till March. We'll get there with March or
Yeah, we'll
early
get
April.
there. I'm trying to find the odd list for the all the head coaching positions. I want to see if
My
Jesse Minter is a favorite for any of them,
I
just
I
for
just
your
hope
sake.
he does not become the Raiders coach. If he becomes the Raiders coach, I hope
Um,
he sabotages that organization. Because the last thing I need is
he's
the
not.
he's not.
No, I found one that gives you the top two as far as the odds are concerned for each job opening. Jesse Minter is the him and Brian Flores are the two favorites for the Baltimore job.
Okay, makes sense.
Um, I go down the list and I'm like, I think the Baltimore job is the only good one because it's the only one that has a quarterback.
You just gotta fix
Like
the defense. You just gotta fix the defense.
who knows what Cam Ward's going to be in Tennessee. Atlanta, they have two that are both broken. Um, Arizona, they have one, but they're probably going to trade him away, right? Yeah, I mean,
Oh, you know,
Miami doesn't have one. The Giants might have one, but the jury's still out.
yeah. I mean,
Pittsburgh doesn't have one. Rodgers is going to retire now, probably.
that was a sad
And then
watch last
Shador
night.
sucks. So, huh?
That was a sad
Yeah,
watch
that was a
last night. I was like, really?
yeah.
But at least there
Yeah. Do
was
you want to
another.
talk about that one?
There was another. At least there was another team who got multiple turnovers and got like no points off of it, other than my team. Which, hey man.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can talk about the Monday night slobber knocker. That was
Massacre. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't a massacre for like 3 quarters. It was just kind of like, hey, are you take it now? You
Dude,
take it.
I
Really?
I mean, I went to bed at the end of the third quarter when it was 7-3. I was just like, okay, I'm tired. I have to get up the next morning. I'm just gonna go to bed. I was like in my head, I'm like, I'm sure Houston's gonna win this because they've just been dominating, even though it's only 7-6. And then I wake up and I see 30-6, and I'm like, what happened here? And then I saw Rodgers throw a pick six, and
Sheldon Rankins
yeah,
big
so
man touchdown.
yeah, I saw all of it, and I was like, well, that's yeah, kind of a sad way for Rodgers to go out, obviously. CJ Stroud, I don't think. Look, you're not going to be able to beat the Patriots with that bad of a performance. You're just not.
That's what frustrates
Um,
me more. He played that bad, but because the defense is literally unstoppable, it's like he can make all the mistakes he wants because they're gonna score multiple touchdowns. That's why I'm like, wow, where's that for me? Because it's
yeah,
like again, I said it before. My QB has to be perfect if we're gonna win. This dude can make all the mistakes he wants and they'll still win by double digits.
yeah.
I hate
I mean,
Houston. I hate Houston.
Well, then if I were you, I mean, root for the Patriots in the next round. For Houston, it is interesting. They have like literally. I think that we can confidently say they have the best defense in the NFL right now. I think that they've surpassed the Broncos. Um, we'll see what the Broncos do with the rest against Buffalo. Obviously, we'll talk about it, but not a great matchup for Denver. Um, but yeah, man, Houston. They obviously dominate the Steelers. Rodgers probably his last game. Um, the defense is scary, and as far as a potential, um, do you want to give a prediction for Patriots Texans yet, or do you want to stay with the divisional games,
I
and then
can
we'll
I can
do?
predict you Drake May might get sacked 14 times. Because we sacked
Yeah,
him like 5 or 6 times, dude. Like, I don't know how
yeah,
many Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson are gonna have, but it's gonna be a lot.
yeah, quite a few. Um, I you're right. But yeah, man. I mean, let's talk let's keep on like the first couple days of wild card weekend, and then we'll give our divisional picks at the end. Cuz like Texans Steelers, that was a terrible game.
We knew it
But
was
every
gonna be the
game
worst
leading up,
one. We knew it was gonna be the
we
worst.
knew it, yeah. Even look, you say what you want about the Chargers Pats game. I thought it was great football regardless. I thought it was entertaining as hell. Um I knew you, I felt very sad for you, but
Don't.
I thought that no.
I'm
And then
very over this because I feel like at this point I'm starting to feel like it's out of pity with everybody.
no. I think that look, man, I just think that the Dodgers you get enough winning with the Dodgers. You can have one bad team.
I would
Um
trade both Dodgers World Series for a Chargers Super Bowl. The Chargers were my first love.
that's insane. That's
Any
crazy.
Dodgers fans that want to
You know
come
what?
at me,
I
you
respect it
can.
though.
You can come at
I
me with
respect
you
it though.
because the
No,
Chargers were
I
my first
respect it.
love. The Chargers were my first love.
Yeah.
Then the Dodgers came. But the difference is the Dodgers grew a set. I'm still waiting for the Chargers to grow a set. So
Yeah. That's great. Okay. Let me see. Which let's do Eagles Niners because I feel like that was kind of the lead on everybody's show here.
oh yeah.
Everyone's topic.
Congrats Philly. Kevin Patullo's fired.
Yeah,
So
congratulations.
Eagles and Chargers fans, the chain breaking
Yeah,
memes screaming out into the sky. Just
yeah. I'll also say this. Eagles fan or congratulations in advance to whatever team acquires AJ Brown and is able to keep him happy for at least a year or two before he gets mad at you too. If you are going to talk that much, you cannot drop passes in the biggest spots. 3 drops in this one from AJ Brown. You cannot complain all season about not getting the ball, and then when you get the ball in your, in the prime time and playoff time and game time, come on, man. Like you can't do it. You
you
can't
know,
do it.
this is eerily
Um,
similar to Debo Samuel, like before he got traded to Washington. Eerily similar. Complained about not getting the ball, dropped it a ton.
yeah.
So
I mean, it's similar to every single receiver that does this. Like it happens every single year. There's always at least one receiver that does this. The last couple seasons it's been AJ Brown. Last year didn't really matter. They won the Super Bowl. This year, in their Super Bowl run defense, I mean, we could tell all season that something like this was going to happen. Even before the game, I mean, I gave my predictions out. I was flip flopping all week, so I don't remember what I said in the pod or who I predicted. But before the game, you can vouch for that. I mean, I said I got San Francisco. I think the Niners are going to win this. The fact that they did this after George Kittle popped his Achilles, whole sideline deflates. Shanahan's hugging him and crying, like all looks all teary eyed. You saw that picture of them, by the way.
oh yeah.
Yeah, terrible, heartbreaking. Kittle's career is probably over. We'll see if he decides to make a comeback or not. But Achilles at his age and the position he plays, that's tough. I mean, it was like a coaching clinic from Kyle Shanahan. And I will say this, Jared. Brock Purdy has gained a little bit of my respect.
Oh god damn it.
He is that.
That
I'm not
is
kidding. Like
you're switching
it
up
was a
now.
no,
Now.
dude. He did not have all the Avengers, which is all we've been asking. He finally did not have his entire cast of characters. All he had was Christian McCaffrey. Now, Jawan Jennings did throw the best touchdown pass of the game, but still
So
Brock
what you're
Purdy,
telling me is Juwan Jennings should be the quarterback
multiple
going forward.
interceptions, multiple interceptions from Purdy, but the game-winning drive in crunch time against a Vic Fangio-led defense that's been elite all season. I have to give him credit. Brock Purdy impressed me despite the mediocre stat line. And yeah, he just did. He just did. Now, spoiler alert, I think that they're going to lose in the next round because they're just so injured, and the Seahawks have had a rest. And I think Seattle has the best roster in the NFL. But it's a hell of a job. And Kyle Shanahan, he's not going to win Coach of the Year, but he should probably because he was just awesome this year.
Like
and
my
Saleh's
coach
probably
should
going to get a
win.
job, even though he shouldn't.
I feel like my coach should get Coach of the Year, honestly, with the job he's had to do.
Okay. I think it's going to be Mike McDonald, but yeah. Yeah.
It will be Mike Vrabel.
You can't quit him, can you?
I told you numerous times I love Mike Vrabel. Like even before the game, I love him. He's cool.
No, he's awesome. Yeah, no, he's awesome. Anything else for Eagles Niners before we move on?
Not really. No, I mean like the more experienced, organized, well-coached, non-dysfunctional team won.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Bears Packers. Caleb Williams, man.
I stepped away from the TV, not gonna lie. And I was like,
dude,
oh,
I think all of America did. Because you look at Jordan Love's stat line, what do you have? 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. Jordan Love was awesome. But this defense just melted down in the second half. And Matt LaFleur is kind of developing I know I just talked very good about Kyle Shanahan, but like he's kind of developing that kind of Kyle Shanahan where why aren't you running the ball when you're up and running the clock out in the second half? And you know what I mean? Just like the lead choking. I saw a stat that was like there's been like the Packers have more 10-point collapses this year than the rest of the or something like it was like than all the other teams or something like that. They had like 3 or 4 10-point leads that like teams came back from this season.
Ooh.
Or something like that. And it's the most in the NFL. And that's the reason right there that there's discussion whether or not Matt LaFleur is going to be back. Matt LaFleur would get hired instantly, which is why I think the Packers are just going to keep him. Like they suffered, like the Packers aren't that kind of organization. Like they suffered through the years and years of Mike McCarthy mediocrity. Like they're not going to immediately move on from Matt LaFleur when again he's developed Jordan Love, revived Aaron Rodgers, and Malik Willis is probably going to be a starting quarterback somewhere next year because of him. So, but yeah, man, Caleb Williams, man, he was looking a little Bo Nixie out there, huh? The fourth quarter comebacks. People are saying it's a real debate. Who's better, Caleb Williams or Bo Nix? I don't really know. You look like you're having so much fun right now. What were your takeaways from Bears Packers?
That was some A-level charging if I've ever seen it, buddy. That's what I'll tell you. I was like, surely us as a 7 seed shouldn't play that bad. No, we played worse. I stepped away, and all I heard was, why is Ben Johnson going for it on 4th down? I'm like, oh, okay, so his decisions are costing them the game. But yeah, another team that makes so many mistakes somehow won the game. This is just like mind-numbing to me. Like, considering how I lost, I'm just like, how are these teams getting away with so many mistakes yet still winning? I don't understand.
No, you're right. I just think that teams are kind of like, I think we're in this. I heard this take today, and I really liked it. I think we're just in this era of the NFL where everybody is just gonna say, screw it, high risk, high reward. We're going for it on fourth downs. We're not kicking field goals.
I had
Kind
that
of
what Brandon
like
Staley
when
did.
we
It
made this.
did not work. Did not work.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. But it's kind of like the era of the NBA
Oh
where
yeah.
we started to transition to three ball, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
like three is more than two. Three is more than two. You know.
And brick side of the backboard.
Yeah. But the math tells you it's like the math tells you just shoot threes because they're more than two, and if you make 40%, if you make 35% of your threes, that is better than 50% from two. It just is because the math. So I think that we're kind of in at changing in the NFL where it's kind of like that, and we've seen it for a lot of years. And I mean, shoot, you got like Ben Johnson going for it inside your inside their own 40 and everything, and I'm like, dude, chill out, punt the ball away. In the moment, that's what I thought, and then after the fact, I'm like, well, your defense is getting carved up. I kind of understand it. um and yeah, I mean, that throw that Caleb made on 4th and 8,
That one, yeah.
insane. I don't know, man. He looked a little Mahomey. He looked a little Mahomey. He did. Like, dude, it was that throw was crazy, and I'm not kidding. One of the best plays in the NFL over the last couple of years. Like, it just has to be. It's up there. The time, moment, situation, and then like the game-winning touchdown, man. That's like some high school stuff. Fake a screen, throw a go ball. That's like high school stuff, dude. And the Packers couldn't defend it. It's insane that there's two defenses we saw this year without Micah, just terrible. The Cowboys defense was terrible without Micah. Packers was great. Micah gets hurt and then it's terrible again. And you want a defensive player of the year candidate? There you go. Because I mean,
Yeah.
I guess he's just holding all these defenses together.
Yeah, because I said it over text. Like, I don't think, like, usually they say one player doesn't make a team or a defense. Well, I think Mike is the exception to that because his presence alone,
Literally.
like, puts like, okay, where is he at? Like, you gotta like look out for him because he's gonna be in your face. It allows everyone else to
He's
just
got
do the job.
he just has game wrecking ability, man. Um, and yeah, man. Bears advance. They're gonna host another playoff game, but they get the tough draw because they get the Rams coming to town. And the fact that the Bears did have a couple of injuries during that game. I think they lost like their starting left tackle. They lost a really good defensive player. I forget the names and everything, but they lost a couple of key players, which is why you see the Rams on the road are 3.5 point favorites. So, again, we'll make our picks soon, but if I'm Tyler, I feel really good about them. So, all right, Rams Panthers is next. Tyler's not here with us. Here is his full explanation that he sent through text. Uh, Even though the game was really close and stressful and we almost lost to the damn Panthers, Matt Stafford and the offense found a way to win, and that is all that matters. And he likes their chances against the Bears. It's probably going to be another tough, gritty game, but he likes his chances.
The only difference is it's going to be bitter cold. Bitter cold. They were not playing in cold weather down in Carolina. It was like 60 something degrees.
No, I don't know. You want to pull up the weather report for that game?
Oh, I will.
I think
I will.
I think that Stafford and the Rams are I kind of think the magic runs out for the Bears at this point. I think that they can't keep playing like they've been playing, like they did, and they've been doing that for so long. I think the magic runs out, and I think that the Rams will be able to come in and take advantage of their defense because their defense is not very good, right? So, is it opportunistic? Yeah. But with the fully healthy Rams squad, I fully expect Matthew Stafford to be able to win that game. Weather?
cloudy, 18 degrees. Those
You know what that means?
those California boys ain't ready. Those
You
California
know what that
boys ain't ready.
means?
What's
For
that
me
mean?
personally,
What?
that means it's gonna be like. That means it's gonna be the same thing where I'm at. Probably. I want to check. When's that game? Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Sunday. When's the game start?
3:30.
Is it the night game?
No, no. Actually, yeah, they are the Sunday night game. They're the Sunday, well, late afternoon.
It'll be about 20 degrees here. Yeah. I hate living over here. It's so cold all the time. But yeah. So, but look, we'll make our picks. I'm very confident the Rams are going to be able to expose that defense. And don't get me wrong, Caleb's playing very good football, but Caleb needs to put together a full game of football, and he has not been able to do that. He has to be able to do it to beat the Rams. I'm not saying he can't do it. He's going to have to do it against this team. I don't know if he's gonna,
Here's my thing. Just avoid the Rams pass rush. Their secondary is not good. The Rams secondary is not good.
No, it's not.
And
Very poor. Every team has a flaw this year.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, any Rams fan that tries
You
to
could-
defend
you
their
could pick-
secondary is good. Like, I just watched Bryce Young almost beat you guys through the air.
Bryce Young probably got a contract extension.
I just wanted to say,
Because of
like,
what he did
he
against the
might have
secondary.
just, like, because I remember seeing, like, I don't know if he has a future in Carolina. Like, they might at least pick up his 5th-year option. Because I don't know if
They did actually. I got the notification today. Yeah, they announced that they will be picking up his 5th-year option. Now,
Okay.
that probably means that the contract negotiations for an extension are ongoing with him. He's going to have to prove it this year.
Oh, yeah.
And then let's be real, they'll probably franchise him after that, and he's going to be one of those quarterbacks that just unfortunately keeps getting his thing just keeps getting pushed down the road.
Okay.
If he can put together a whole nother season, then obviously that will help him a lot. Shout out to my Carolina Panthers for proving me right this year. I said they were going to be decent. I said they were going to make the playoffs. Did I think it was going to be at the expense of my Tampa Bay Buccaneers? No, I did not. I thought that they would both make the playoffs. I thought Carolina would be the 7th seed. But shout out to Carolina for kind of proving me right. I thought the defense was going to be improved. I really liked Tet. And I thought Bryce would be decent enough to carry him, and that's kind of what happened this year. And Dave Canales, dude, shout out to him. He kind of proved he's actually an NFL coach. Kind of proved that. They almost beat the Rams, man. They almost did it.
I'm gonna argue in that
not.
game, that block punt might have screwed them because they scored pretty quickly right after. I'm not saying they let the punt go, obviously, but like if the punt was able to the punt got off and not blocked, and Carolina went down the field, I think the Rams would have been screwed because who knows how much time would have been left.
You're right, but again, in the moment, like you're not gonna not block a punt if you have an opportunity to,
It just sucked watching the Rams get the ball and then immediately just walk them down the field. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And then the Panthers went 4 and out right away. I was like, damn it. I wanted the upset so bad.
I knew you did. I know you did, dude. I called you out on that in the group chat. I knew because you try to play it off. I know that you I don't know what the right is. Envy the right word? Envy the Rams, or is it more like
I just hate their fan base. There's a little bit of jealousy, envy, because it feels like everything goes their way. Meanwhile, with my team, everything that bad that can happen
you
happens.
Kind of feel like the Clippers. You feel like the Clippers a little bit, right?
Unfortunately, but at least New England gave us the respect of beat LA, so I don't think teams do that with the Clippers.
No, they don't.
So they gave us the beat LA respect, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Well, obviously you didn't have the best weekend. The Texans won. The Patriots beat you guys. You did get one win, however. The Jaguars fall to the Bills. At least one of your rivals is out. It was self-proclaimed rival. I don't really know if it's a rivalry or not.
It's not. It's just bitter. I mean, again, they just happened to be the team that came back on us. It could have been any other AFC team that did it.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so Josh Allen was pretty great. Came back. Um, this is why a lot of people pick the Bills to make it out of the AFC because of that guy. No Mahomes, he's the best player in the playoffs. And I know it's not the NBA, but like, go on a run, dude. Win your Super Bowl, right? Trevor Lawrence had an up and down game,
I was
and
shocked how that.
he had a chance to win that game. And I know that you said your stream pros right when it happened, but literally first play of their game-winning drive, he throws an interception. It was good defense off a guy's hand, tipped ball, caught by the Bills, and that was the game. Kind of anticlimactic considering they have Cam Little, who can hit those long kicks. So I would have liked to see them,
Tie it.
have an attempt at like a long kick for overtime, but nonetheless, Bills come out of there with the win, and they go to Mile High, and I'm fine.
You were the
This is
first
fine.
game on Saturday, by the way. You were the first game, so it's gonna be
Yeah,
over with and quick.
the Broncos are gonna ruin my weekend. I already know it. They're gonna ruin my entire weekend, and I'm just gonna watch the rest of the games
Hey, it's
miserable.
it's okay. You and me, both our QBs can be over in the playoffs. It's okay. Like no need. We're just gonna watch Josh Allen finally break through and say, hey, at least we lost to Josh Allen, and it wasn't some scrub like C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, I will see. We'll see. I can make a compelling case that Denver's can win that game.
I
You
will
know that
make a
Denver's favored.
I will make a compelling case that Josh Allen might just go full Superman on all of you guys.
What gave it away? The fact that they beat us like 40-6 last year in the playoffs or something like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much the same staff, the same. Well, not really the same players because you added on defense. But I'm like,
Yeah. We'll see if Dre Greenlaw and Talanoa Ufunga change anything.
keys to
I
success:
think,
target
yeah.
Riley Moss.
What's a weird wrinkle? And I guess now we can kind of move on to the divisional games and talk Broncos Bills. First of all, the Broncos are 1.5 point favorites as of now. So the Broncos are favored, but it's a coin flip game. As you give the respect to the home team. If we were in Buffalo, Buffalo would probably be like 3.5, 4 point favorites. Um, what's a weird wrinkle about the Bills is number one, they're coming into this game with a lot of injuries along their receiving core, and Pat Surtain is obviously, I still would argue he's the best corner in the league, even though he was second team All Pro this year instead of first.
I think it's because
Um,
he got injured for a little bit there. That's why.
yeah, yeah, and I mean the defense overall was really good, and he just didn't get a lot of interceptions this year and everything. But he's locked down as always. Pat Surtain takes away your number one receiver, and just like one side of the field is gone. The problem is the Bills don't have a number one receiver. So, like, does Pat Surtain actually make an impact in this game? I don't know. Now maybe he could just line up on Kincaid. They do that when they play the Raiders, and he just guards Brock Bowers. So maybe that's a strategy you use. But it's going to be interesting to see who wins these matchups because obviously Denver has been one of the best defenses in the National Football League this season. Multiple All Pros along the defensive line. Zach Allen, congrats to him, first team All Pro on the defensive line. A lot of people were upset about that, and I'm just like, I don't think you guys understand how good he has been.
Yeah,
Like, I
he's
don't think
to me he's underrated. he is not
he's
appreciated.
very underrated, and he's on a bargain deal, and just he's very underrated player, and no one really knows about him. But he was first team All Pro D tackle. It's going to be interesting to see because of what he does in the run game and the pass rushing game. It's going to be interesting to see what James Cook does in this game. That Bills offensive line, they have one of the best run games in the league, and then the scary thing is Josh Allen. Obviously,
Oh,
does
for
he go
sure.
Superman mode? Because I don't even think I wouldn't call it Superman mode. I don't think he had the best game against the Jaguars. I think he just did enough. Um,
He made the plays when he
and
needed to.
Yes. And I also thought Sean McDermott defensively called a really good game against Jacksonville. And I'm going to be interested to see what he does against a young quarterback who does not have that much playoff experience. Obviously, last year, um, if you remember, I remember it because it's my team. I would argue Bo Nix was the only one that showed up to play in that game. Receivers were dropping balls left and right. Sutton, Court had a terrible day, man. He dropped like 2 or 3 passes in that game. A lot of drops in that game last year. So I'm interested to see if that switches. What really scares me is that Denver has not been able to consistently run the football since the injury to J.K. Dobbins.
Ooh.
The combination of him and R.J. Harvey has been very good. R.J. Harvey alone has been inconsistent. Now you got Jaleel McLaughlin as well, who's more of a threat out of the passing game. It'll be interesting to see what they do as far as running the football. I would say you got to get Bo Nix on the move and let him have some quarterback design runs if you want this offense to function at its highest potential to keep up with this team. And the defense just has to play lights out. I don't know. I can't pick the Bills.
You can't?
I can't do it. No, I can't do it. I'm going to take the Broncos to win this and to get to the AFC Championship game. Now, I'm going to be real. I much rather would have played the Chargers because of your offensive line. And
I'm sure you would.
Because of your offensive line.
Yes. But you said, I'm
and
not supposed to win that game, and we didn't win that game. So.
Yeah. One more thing. With Jim Nantz and Tony Romo on the call. But here, no, listen. This is not going to go the direction you think it's going to go.
Let me guess. Bo Nix is undefeated when... Actually, no, not undefeated.
This season,
he's not undefeated.
This season, the Broncos are 5-0 when they're on CBS. And Jim and Nance and Romo are on the call. They're 5-0 this season. So, because of all that, because of conspiracy theories, because of my belief in Sean Payton, and my belief in Bo Nix, the Broncos will get to the AFC Championship game. There's no good teams this year. I'm picking the better roster. We all acknowledge the Broncos have the better roster. They just have the better quarterback. We have the better coach. They have the better quarterback. Let's see which one matters more. Give me Denver by 47.
Okay, well, you said you can't pick the Bills. I will, and we just saw Mike Tomlin finally lose on Monday Night Football, so you know what that means. Streaks end.
It ain't ending this week, buddy.
Buddy, a lot of your one-score wins, might I add, this year, were against not very good teams. I know you're only supposed to play the teams on your schedule. I understand that.
That didn't matter for the Patriots, my friend. Did not matter for the Patriots.
I never said that about the Patriots because I was taking them seriously, and I still got my ass kicked. So, anyway,
I take the Bills seriously.
But you just said by 47. That's disrespectfully. That is disrespectfully.
What am I supposed to do?
47 and Josh Allen will still come back.
Look, I'll ask the question. Who's the clutcher quarterback? I don't know. It's up for debate.
Josh Allen?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I think it's close. I don't know.
I will take the guy who's been to the AFC Championship game as many times as I've seen probably Tom Brady almost. Like, not as much as him, but, like, we're getting darn close to that territory. He's been there a lot.
I'm going to be real.
The playoff pedigree of Josh
Allen. Home field advantage. Sean Payton, the better defense. Give me the Broncos. That's all I got for you. That's all I got.
We've seen a lot of teams with home field advantage lose in their first game. And you will be another name on that list. Or, who knows, God will look at me and say, Jared, you're wrong again. Ryan always has to be right. Go yourself. So that's
Well,
prob.
I mean, I did. Hey, I picked the Chargers too, so I.
You know what's funny? I all week at work before that game, my coworker, who's oddly he's a Texans fan, but at the same time he's a Dodgers fan, which I thought was asinine because I'm like, you cannot be a Houston and LA fan. But anyway, he said, I'm putting all my money on the Chargers. There's no way you guys lose that game. And I'd be like, you're gonna lose your money,
Poor
buddy.
guy lost.
I was like, you're gonna
Poor guy
lose your
lost. His paycheck.
dude.
Uh,
I have not seen him yet because I go into work tomorrow. If he's there, I'm gonna say, so how much money did you lose? How much money did you lose? And if
yeah,
I'm gonna tell him, I told you, don't put your money on us. It's not a good investment.
yeah.
So that's where I was just kind of. Plus, I feel like that's a reason we lost too because he put all his money on us. I'm like, every time I hear someone bet on my team, I'm like, that's the reason we lost because you bet on my team. Don't do it.
See, I'm not a conspiracy. I'm not a conspiracy theorist all that much.
I'm a
Or
conspiracy
not
theorist.
conspiracy. It's not conspiracy theory. It's
Superstition. Superstition.
superstitious. I'm not really superstitious.
Yeah, I am because of all the pain I've been put through. So at this point, I don't know what's real anymore. Like everything has to go perfect in order for us to win. Like I said. All right. Yeah, I'm taking the Bills. I'm not gonna give
Okay.
by how much Bills. I have to live vicariously through the Bills, even though it's one of my friends' teams, and I have to basically do this again, where I have to watch my friends' teams win. So I'll tell you this:
I mean,
if the
you can root
super
for Seattle.
if
Seattle's a team that you don't have like beef with, right?
no, I
You
don't
could do
have beef with
Seattle.
Seattle, but
So
if
you're rooting for Bill Seahawks.
if the Super Bowl is Rams Broncos, I'm just gonna let you know I will not give any insight. I will not give any insight into this. It's just gonna be between you and Tyler. I will not be the deciding vote because I will not pick a winner. You can
You
both.
have to pick.
No, I'm not picking a winner. No,
You
I will
have
not
to.
say a word that entire pod. I will be like, I'm gonna be shouting to the heavens how unfair this is.
Absolute cinema.
All right.
Okay, so well, unfortunately, you're gonna have to pick a winner for this game. Two of your uh, enemies, let's just say, the Patriots host the Texans. New England is 3-point favorites as of Tuesday, according to this is just ESPN. I don't know what line they're using now that ESPN bet does not exist anymore. Probably DraftKings, I would imagine. Yeah, Patriots come in as home favorites by 3. Um, yeah, hmm. I don't know, man. Do I want to go? It's a very tough game because obviously we know the Texans defense is elite. Problem is CJ Stroud cannot play like he did, right? Um, and Drake May did struggle against your guys' defense for a little while till the one
he did
touchdown,
not
right?
need to literally do that much, considering we could not move the ball.
You're right. Um, Weirdly enough, I'm gonna take the Texans here. I think that CJ's playoff experience. This is gonna be like his 5th playoff game. I'll take CJ. I'll take the Texans. I'll take CJ Stroud and the Texans. Um, this is where the Patriots run ends. Setting up for me at least would be probably like a 10-7 ball game between the Broncos and the Texans, a defensive battle for the AFC. That's what it would be for me.
I am going to take the Texans defense, considering that they're just a no bend, no break defense. Like literally, there is nothing you can do. Like you can kick all the field
There
goals
is a
you
there.
want. They're not going to let you in that end zone.
They're literally a no yards allowed defense. They're like, you can't do anything here.
Yeah,
I'm very sorry.
I don't know if it's literally Matt Burke and D'Amico Ryan's minds put together, or if all the defensive players they have are just insanely like psychotic.
It's a combination of all of it. Like they're just really good, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll take the Texans because I mean, if not, then well, the Bills and Patriots are going for round 3 in Foxborough.
Yeah. Although a Broncos Patriots.
God, I'd hate it. I'd be like, we cannot be doing this again.
Broncos Patriots. And by the way, when the Patriots come to Mile High in the playoffs, we own them. But we're not gonna
we are playing. You and I, we play the East. our division plays the East next year, so
Yeah. We'll see what happens when we get to that point.
I think New England comes to LA though. I don't know about you guys if you go there or not.
You know, I don't know. I haven't looked at anything. Okay. Seahawks, Niners. This is the largest point spread of the weekend. Seattle is favored at home by 7.5. That's a big spread for a playoff game. No George Kittle, an injured Niners team. Seahawks get the rest. I think this is pretty straightforward. Although I do think 7.5 is kind of a lot, right? I think the Niners can keep it close. But then again, that 13-3 loss for the Niners, when was that? Week 17.
No,
That kind of loomed.
it was week 18.
Week 18. Week 18. That kind of looms large for this.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm gonna take Seattle, but I do think
100%.
the Niners could probably cover that spread. I think it'll be closer than 7.5 points. I don't think the Seahawks blow out, and like, especially it's Darnold in the postseason. I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know how that's gonna go.
I'm going to have to deal with Sam Darnold, Drake May, and Caleb Williams having a playoff win before my QB gets one.
And don't forget about Bo Nix, buddy.
You're not winning Saturday. But then again, God will
We are. Yes, we are.
God will
Yes,
smite
we
me
are.
and give me a big middle finger because that man hates me. The man upstairs hates me. So
You're taking Seattle?
yes, I'm taking Seattle.
That long. Okay.
I'm taking Seattle.
And finally, the Rams go to the Bears, another 2-5 seed matchup.
It'll probably be the Rams. Just give me the Rams.
The Rams are 3.5-point favorites. It would be absolutely insane if Caleb pulls off another one of these, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Give me the Rams as well. I think their offense is too potent, and I think that Stafford he's going to be the league MVP for a reason. Realistically, the Rams, if Stafford gets an MVP and wins another Super Bowl, where do we rank him all time? I think is a question we might have to answer in the next couple of weeks if they do that. I don't. Do you put him ahead of I don't know,
Yeah.
like Rodgers? Probably not though, right? Rodgers got 4 MVPs.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah. Considering all this success came late in Stafford's career, it's just kind of.
It's a
hard.
different situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. Okay. Well, those are our picks, ladies and gentlemen. I have Broncos, Texans, Seahawks, Rams advancing. Jared, you're going with the Bills, and then Texans, Seahawks, Rams. So the only game we differ on is the Broncos, Bills, and that might just because of my fandom. We will see how that goes.
Well, we know if it was this is again the third time in a row where it's like think about the pod if the Chargers got it to the divisional. Think about what it would have done for the pod if this week was Chargers Broncos, man. I had so much shit ready on my social media to hype this up and none. It gotta be deleted now. It's over.
Yeah.
I cannot be happy when I watch football. Remember, 3-0. I got suckered in again. Dude,
I think it's probably a good thing. It might be a good thing because it might just end our friendship. I think
dude,
that
I don't care. I would have said I got a playoff win. I would have been happy because it's like I got what I wanted, and then I was like, this is just extra if we keep winning.
Yeah.
But no, it's like I'm still stuck in the same damn spot.
Okay. Before we go, Mike Tomlin he has not been fired. He has stepped down as the Steelers head coach. Rumors are he's gonna go work on TV for a year or just, maybe I don't know. Gonna be interesting to see what the Ravens do. If the Ravens offer him everything,
the Ravens
I know that
the
Lamar,
Steelers have the chance to do the funniest thing ever.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I know. There's no QB in Pittsburgh right now, so
yeah. Let me tell you. Okay, I have the odds for like I have. I'll give you the top two coaches for each job, and you can agree, disagree, pick one, pick neither, pick someone else. For Miami, for the Dolphins, Jeff Halfley is the favorite.
Is that the Green Bay
Packers,
DC?
yeah,
Okay.
and then in second is Kevin Stefanski.
I will take Jeff Halfley. I don't see Kevin going there.
Makes sense. Halfley, I think, is going to get that job. The Miami for their GM that I hired somebody
That's
in the
what I
Packers
remember.
from. So,
Yeah.
yeah. For the Giants, there's two people that are currently heavy favorites. It's either going to be John Harbaugh or Kevin Stefanski. You're going to notice a trend. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with probably John Harbaugh. I just think New York is just the fit.
Yeah. For Baltimore, for the Ravens, it is Jesse Mentor or Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski's up for a lot of jobs for some reason.
Oh, it's probably gonna be Mentor. Probably gonna be Mentor.
But give me Kevin Stefanski. No.
I'm not pulling that. I'm not pulling Pat McAfee. Unfortunately, I'm not that good.
I was thinking more about Broussard. I don't like
Mm.
it. I
I
adore
love
it.
it.
I love it. I love it. Okay. For Pittsburgh, we have Chris Shula, who is where is he? Is he the Rams defensive coordinator, I think?
Oh, not another Rams DC as a head coach. Come on, guys. We've done this song and dance so many times. They're not good head coaches. Stop hiring them.
Chris Shula. Or Brian Flores is the second favorite.
For which job again?
This is Pittsburgh.
Just give him Chris Shula. Just give him Chris Shula, bro. Just let it blow up in their face again, and people can learn for the third straight time. Rams defensive coordinators are not good head coaches.
I am
You're on the Raiders.
kind of shocked. No, this is the Browns, and I
Okay.
am very shocked at the name I'm looking at right now.
Don't tell me it says Vance Joseph. Don't tell me it says Vance Joseph.
Mike McDaniel, the current favorite.
What?
Interesting. And the other guy, I don't even know who this is. Grant Udinsky. I think he's the OC for the Vikings under Kevin
O'Connell.
Kevin O'Connell. So I guess they want an offensive guy. That's what they're going for, okay, apparently. But Mike McDaniel getting the Browns job, not something I considered before. Man, don't do it. You're gonna ruin your career. Don't do it.
Yeah, and selfishly, I want Mike McDaniel for my OC. So, Grant, welcome to Cleveland, buddy.
Okay.
We can go to Guardians games this summer, have a good time, you know? I mean, as long as it doesn't rain out there, because that does tend to happen a lot.
Tennessee.
Okay.
There's actually three because two of them are tied for second place. Number one, this is going to be hilarious. Matt Nagy.
Are you for real? Are you for real?
I'm not kidding.
Oh, why? No, because if the Chiefs lose Matt Nagy, guess who they're gonna try to go for all these other OCs, and they're gonna get Brian
Go for
Dable,
Mike McDaniel.
and I'm gonna be pissed because then it's like, great, now I got to deal with bullshit in KC and Denver.
And then tied for second with the Tennessee job is Mike McDaniel.
Okay.
And John Harbaugh.
I already said John in New York, so I can't do John.
It's just interesting. I don't know. I'm surprised that I'm surprised Harbaugh would be interested in a job like Tennessee. I guess you have a chance to remake an entire organization in your image, and that could be appealing, right?
Yeah, I just don't know about the Tennessee ownership there.
No, you don't, obviously, but if they gave him full power, and then if you believe in, Cam Ward, then you got your quarterback already, right? That's something you could build around. Okay, last two. Atlanta is Kevin Stefanski as the favorite. And then you have, again, John Harbaugh and Mike McDaniel.
I said when he got fired, he's so bound for Atlanta. So give me Stefanski for Atlanta. I just have a feeling he's gonna end up there. Because the offense is kind of set. You just need a QB now that isn't broken, as you said.
Yeah.
But then
I don't know.
there's the foundation there for a decent defense too.
Yeah, that's true. For the Raiders,
Nobody.
Brian Flores is the current favorite.
Okay. Draft Fernando Mendoza. Make him cry. Brian Flores, he's gonna make him cry too.
Brian Flores is followed by Clint Kubiak, who we know is the hottest offensive coordinator.
I'd hope not. Or at least.
And then Stefanski's third for that one.
Stefanski ain't going to Vegas, buddy. Give me Brian Flores, the rookie QB crier.
And then finally, probably the worst job on the market, Arizona.
Oh god.
Actually, not the worst job.
Yeah, we've seen worse. Yeah.
Vance Joseph is the favorite for Arizona. So
really,
yeah, and then that's followed by Clint Kubiak, and
I
think
third
place, still a long shot, is Mike McCarthy.
I think Arizona would do whatever it took to try to pry Kubiak away from a division rival. I think Kubiak lands there. Because, I'm just because when you see your division rival doing well and you have one of their coordinators is up for a job, it's we got to do whatever it takes to get him over here.
Yep. Always, yep. Okay.
Baseball talk real quick if we can, because there was some news, dude.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we won't stand too long on this. Alex Bregman is signed, but it's not with the Boston Red Sox. During the Green Bay Chicago game, morale was boosted during the comeback. Alex Bregman signed with the Chicago Cubs for 5 years, $175 million, full no-trade clause. Keep that in mind, that last part, because when I said, how did Boston this up? Well, boys, let me tell you, I don't think it was over money because Boston offered him 5 years, 165. I think the difference was because they were not willing to give Bregman a no-trade clause. And that's crazy, considering you traded away Rafael Devers to accommodate him. And you pretty much made him, or at least the team, I guess, considered him as the unofficial captain of the team. So now, after this great offseason you've been having, acquiring Sonny Gray, Wilson Contreras, and they got somebody from the Pirates. I forget who, but they beefed up the starting pitching. They added a bat to play first base. You now have a hole at third base. Now, there are pivot moves. One, you can give the keys to Marcelo Meyer, who's been one of the best prospects in baseball before coming up last year. You hope Roman Anthony stays healthy as well, because he got hurt the last month of the season and missed the wild card game against the Yankees. Option number 2, Bo Bichette. But it's really going to depend on how many years and money you're going to go with them, and they've been kind of stingy with money. I'm going to be honest. And they're lucky they paid Crochet when they did, because after he performed this year, he would require more than what he got on that extension. So, there's that. Option number 3, Eugenio Suarez is still out there. He hasn't been signed yet. He's probably not going to give you the best defense at third, but he's going to hit a ton of bombs over the monster. I'll tell you that. Option number 4, and this is one I saw on MLB Network. if the Phillies were to land Bo Bichette, who they're targeting right
Yeah, they're
now,
talking to him. Yeah.
that makes Alec Boehm expendable. So you could trade, who's got 1 year of control left this year. You can trade for Alec Boehm, and he's a doubles guy. He'd just be peppering the monster with doubles over and over and over. So, and those are some solutions. I mean, you can go with the in-house option and not have to worry about spending money and spend elsewhere. But you did lose a big important bat there, and I'm just a little bit shocked that it happened.
Mhm.
We did have some news earlier before we started recording. The Yankees did something. They acquired Ryan Weathers from the Miami Marlins, and it's a move. It is definitely
Yeah,
a
it's a
move.
move. Yeah,
Uh,
and also Bellinger's probably out of there, by the way.
yeah, they're not balking at
They're
their
not offering enough years for his
yeah,
liking. He wants 7. They're only offering 5.
yeah.
So
I
I
don't
don't know
know
what
where
the
Bellinger can go, where he can go, because if no one else is offering him more years, then either he's gonna probably take that, or he's gonna go high AAV opt out again, and that
yeah.
just sucks because he wants to stay in one spot because he's moved around. Like,
Yeah, I don't know why he wouldn't accept. I mean, they're offering him. I'm looking at it here. They offered him 5 years, 155 mil. Like, I mean, I would just, I don't know. 7 years is a long deal, man.
yeah.
But I get it.
The other news is the D-backs acquired Arenado from the Cardinals, so he finally got moved. I
Must be
mean,
nice.
it's an okay move for the D-backs. I mean, Arenado's older, so but hey, I mean, get you a bat, a veteran bat at that. Just sucks he's back in the West again, so his defense is kind of annoying. I know it's kind of regressed because he's gotten older, but it's still Nolan Arenado to me. Um,
Yeah.
Back to Bregman. So I was talking with my Yankees buddy at work. We talk a lot of baseball and whatnot, and he said this was like I think last month. He said, it'd be funny if Alex Bregman signed with the Cubs because then that means either Matt Shaw or Nico Horner is out of there. Now he thinks it's going to be Matt Shaw, but I think the one the Cubs are hoping teams overpay for is Nico Horner, and I think I saw the
Yeah. So
Giants
I was
are
actually gonna.
interested
I
in
was
him.
gonna. Yeah, the Giants are looking for a second baseman. They're looking into him. They're also looking into Brendan Donovan.
Mm-hmm.
So those are their 2 options right now. Kind of underwhelming for me personally, but like, yeah, I get it. Casey Schmidt is not
I think you
anything.
guys would. I think your competition for Brendan Donovan includes like it's just you guys, and I know the Mariners have been linked to him, but I don't know how serious it is.
Yeah. The other one, Kyle Tucker.
Yeah,
The Mets offered him. The Blue Jays are pursuing him, and reportedly the Dodgers are in on him. But I haven't seen like a number that the Dodgers. I mean, the
we're
Dodgers can.
very
Like,
we keep shit close to the vest. We don't show our hand. We're just
yeah,
like
and
I'm just saying if
whatever the highest offer is, the Dodgers can match it. So it doesn't really matter. Right now, I'm seeing it's probably going to be around 140 million for like 3 years.
yeah, I think the
Um,
Mets it's like 50 mil a year. I just don't know for how many and how much total overall, but like yeah,
it says a short-term deal.
short term. Yeah,
It
I
isn't.
think the Blue Jays from what I saw are offering the longer term, but I don't know how long we're talking.
The Blue Jays, I think, need him more if they want
Yeah,
to. I mean, I just don't consider the Mets
yeah, he's not gonna
like
win. If he wants to win, he's not gonna win
no.
there.
That's exactly like if you want to win, you want to go to the Dodgers or the Blue Jays. I just don't think the Mets are on like it's crazy that all that can happen in a year where you're making this Cinderella run and then now you're just like back to the being the Mets, you
Yeah,
know? If you want to win, you go to the Blue Jays, I think. I think that I'm obviously the Dodgers too, but I would like to see him on in Toronto. Just from, a Giants fan perspective, obviously.
yeah, because I mean, as Dodgers fan, we don't need him
No, you
necessarily,
don't.
but we're
You
just
don't need
like,
him.
hey, you're not getting the deal you want. We're literally just like hiring mercenaries at this point. We're just like, hey, we're going for a third straight. You want to jump on? Like we're offering the hand to jump on here, and it's like we need to rectify. It's like we've been wronged, and we're making sure everybody pays the price for it. So I'm just like, Dodgers Jared will be back. Chargers Jared is going back into the deathbed until he has to get revived.
Hibernation.
He's going back into the coffin until he gets revived. Right now, Kings and Lakers Jared will be at the forefront until spring training start, and then Dodgers Jared will be back in full force, saying, "Dad's back in control now."
I'm gonna be real. Maybe we just skip over basketball this year.
Yeah, we were so good starting out with the Lakers, and now it's just like every time I see like we're down at half, and I'm like, okay, it's literally Luka.
They're just not.
Luka.
They're just not a good team.
I know. I feel so bad for Luka right
now. LeBron doesn't want to be there. Like, he just doesn't. Like, the team is checked out. No one's listening to JJ. Whatever. It's just like, all right.
Well. Yeah. It sucks. Meanwhile, hockey, everything's going good in fantasy so far. I'm 7-5 in my fantasy league. I'm pretty solid. The Kings, the jury's still out, but at least we beat the Oilers, so I was able to shit talk my coworker. I waited for her in our guest service desk, and I saw her walking up to the desk from the little camera feed we have. And I just kind of stood there right as she rounded the corner. And she saw me. She was like, "God damn it!" Like right as she saw me, she knew. Like, oh man, I was like, oh, isn't it great losing to the team that you beat in the postseason in the regular season? It's so great. We're the Bills, you're the Chiefs. Oh, it's so great, man.
Yeah.
Just yeah. I'm looking at any other news that I maybe.
I think that was I had everything pulled up. I didn't see anything else that was like super noteworthy. Let me see here. No. You talked Ryan Weathers, right?
Yeah.
Bregman.
The Cubs did get Edward Cabrera, so they've been kind of loading up. But again, we'll make our preseason picks. Like when I'm this weekend at the convention I'm at, I am going to start working on the first division profile because we're getting to that time of year, buddy. We're getting to that time of year again. So I'll have to look at the just calendar and just be like, okay, when's spring training and how it's going to take us probably 6-7 weeks. God damn it. Oh my God. I did not mean to do that. It's going to take us probably 7 weeks to get through it before opening day. So, I know we have the World Baseball Classic this year, but I'm not gonna have us do it all the way up till then, because then we'd have to start next episode. So
yeah, we'll talk about it.
Plus, we.
Oh, the only other thing, the Royals are moving their walls in 10 feet. They're pulling a Yankees.
Thank God. Because, dude, I swear, I watched them play in Kansas City. I think it was this year or was a couple years ago, and I'm like, how is that ball not gone? It was hit to the moon, and it's like, that's a home run in, 16 other ballparks, but because it's, 460 feet out to center field, it's not a home run. I was like, thank God. Because Kansas City's ballpark is just a pit. It must be a nice ballpark, really. It looks nice. But I'm like, trying to hit home runs there, unless you're freaking Salvador Perez, who can just hit it far no matter what, I'm just like, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I am excited for another season of Dodgers baseball where we're going to be yelling at the umpires, saying they suck, having to watch master classes of starting pitching, and I only pray the Dodgers bullpen does not suck. That's it.
I'm so excited for another season of no one believed in this team. No, man, no one believes in us. I don't think the Dodgers can flip a switch. Are we even a playoff team this year? I don't know, guys. And just for them to win it all and get 3 straight. I can't wait, guys. It's going to be so awesome to pretend like we don't know who's going to win it all this year. It's going to be awesome. And while I'm going to be over here picking the Brewers again, it's going to be great. It's gonna
You
be
might
good.
have to pick the Cubs this year, considering what they've done, because I don't know if you. They might trade Freddie Peralta at the deadline.
Probably.
The Brewers might trade Peralta at the deadline.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if the Phillies get Bo Bichette, I'm picking the Phillies again. I'm just gonna do it.
Going
I'm
back
gonna
to
have
your
to
other
do it.
well. Oh man.
I planted 2 flags, and it's the Brewers and the Phillies, and don't know what else to do, man.
Well, if we play the
Maybe
Phillies
Ellie will
again,
finally take the step. Maybe Ellie will finally take the step.
maybe the Reds, the freaking Reds.
Probably. Yeah. Imagine.
Or we can think outside the box. The Sacramento A's.
The Marlin. Oh, we're going in different directions there.
I mean, the Marlins could. They
The
could.
A's.
The Marlins could if they perform like they did kind of second half of this year. It's like,
Dude, I'm very high on the A's going in this year. I just think that they have to do something with that rotation, man. Their
not
offensive
good.
their lineup is really nice.
Oh, it is.
Their lineup is fun.
It is so good.
It's so good.
But if their pitching
so good.
can't give them quality starts, it's not going to be fun. So.
No, it's not.
But man, they got a haul for Mason Miller though. Thanks, San Diego. You're doing the Lord's work. All right. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. Just a 2-man episode. The 3rd annual Jared's Chargers are dead episode in the playoffs.
We'll see you next year.
Yeah, we'll see you next year for the 4th installment out of 5. The only reason there's 3 or 4 is because we were 5-12 one year, deservedly so. So I don't think we made the playoffs that year. Just going off the top of my head, it was a season from hell that year. So, but yeah, we will see you guys for our next episode, whenever that is. Whether that's the Monday after the divisional round or Sunday night, who knows? We'll see.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Anyways, Ryan, Jared, we will see you guys in the next one.